So, it looks like today we got some good news. Thanks to me and my tweet. Yes guys, I am taking all credit for this happening because YouTube totally saw my tweet and they were like, oh look, this guy is ban evading and he has done some really weird things and really disgusting things in his past. So yeah, maybe we should ban him from the platform once again? Okay, I'm just kidding. My tweet didn't do jack shit, but I mean at least EDP445 got terminated, right? So I originally made a video about this almost 2 weeks ago, talking about that EDP got terminated after he made his big return to YouTube, and then yes, guess who was wrong? Ya boy Breone. Because later that night after I uploaded that video, I decided to cover EDP returning to YouTube live on stream, and my YouTube audience had to correct me and say that yeah, he didn't get terminated. So yeah, that video, it was all over the place because I thought he had gotten terminated, because I thought YouTube was a good platform that, you know, actually cares about their community and their users and not just the money. But no, it's just simply not like that, because the only place you can report people like this who are breaking community guidelines and flat out TOS is this place called Twitter, just like how I did, where I added Team YouTube, and it actually turns out that they responded to me, and in my opinion they responded to me with a very petty response. And the reason why I call it petty is because look at this response here. If you think a channel is in violation of our policies, we recommend flagging it for review. And then for whatever reason they give me a link to a help article that literally will not help me with jack shit. Once done, we'll take a look into it and take appropriate actions if it's necessary. Appreciate your cooperation. Now what's so bad about this tweet is the fact that you already know that a bot responded to me. Now sometimes Team YouTube on Twitter actually has people responding to legitimate problems, but most of the time it's just a bot that sends you to a help page, and then you get to the help page and it's like, even the help page doesn't help me with my issue. Like, it's literally so scuffed. And also just the fact that YouTube told me to go and flag it, like using the report button to go report this channel and the videos, is actually pathetic, because you know you can't report somebody for ban evading. Like, there's no ban evading option. Just take a look at this. So if I want to report a channel, these are the things I can report it for. I can report the channel art, I can report the profile picture, or I can just flat out report the user. And in that sub menu, we have harassment and cyberbullying, privacy, impersonation, violent threats, child endangerment. I mean, to be totally honest with you, that's probably the one that this would fit under the most out of all of these. Hate speech against a protected group, spam and scams, and then we have none of these are my issue. And if you decide to choose that option, it will basically take you to the community guidelines page, which will not help you at the end of the day. So yeah, I find it pretty pathetic that YouTube is trying to tell me that on Twitter when I am talking about somebody who is ban evading and somebody who is literally a child predator. Like, literally the only thing I could think of that I could report him for, at least if he was still up, would have been child endangerment. But I don't even know if YouTube would have looked at it that way, because it's like EDP was not posting anything that had to do with minors on this channel before it was terminated. But yeah, when I saw this reply, I just got really pissed and I decided to reply back to Team YouTube, and they honestly just didn't really give a fuck. But I said, like, someone else replied to you and said, you don't have an invading ban button on your video/channel flag options list. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, the video flagging menu where you can report a video has literally the same thing as if you were to report a user on the channel about page that we just talked about like 2 seconds ago. That's scuffed if you ask me. Can you please stop giving people canned responses and take this pedophile off your website that you previously terminated? So yeah, that's how that went. EDP came back around 2 weeks ago when he announced on his TikTok that he was gonna be coming back to YouTube, and during this 2 weeks he actually hit 20,000 subscribers. He was gaining like 1,000 subscribers a day, let alone that like bigger YouTubers started talking about him, so that's why he started gaining traction again. And that's also another reason why I believe that YouTube took him down when they did, basically because a lot of big people out there, like big content creators, started talking about him, because I really doubt that the smaller creators were even able to make this happen. And the reason why I say that is because I have a feeling if none of the bigger creators talked about this, he would still be on the platform, he would still have videos up, and yeah, you get what I mean. Another reason why I think he might have been terminated is because YouTube found out on the back end that it was actually EDP. And what I mean when I say that is that that this guy could have applied for monetization, and that possibly was the reason why he got terminated, because you have to give them a lot of information when you get monetized. Like, you have to give a whole lot of your personal information away. You got to give your tax info, your social security number, and all this other private information that identifies who you are to YouTube. And I believe that that would have been an easy way for YouTube to find out who this guy really was if they didn't believe it was the real EDP, even though it clearly was. I mean, honestly though, I am happy that YouTube found this guy and terminated him, because he was getting a lot of attention from this channel. And if he were to get this thing monetized and honestly even make a penny off of it, I know a lot of people wouldn't have been happy, because I know I wouldn't have been happy if that happened, because people like this don't deserve a second chance, let alone that this guy really has no remorse for what he has done. And if he does have remorse, he hasn't shown any of it. But yeah, besides that, I figured I'd talk about his TikTok again, because he still has a social account on TikTok. It's the OG EDP. He still posts videos over here. I mean, he doesn't really make money, but he can still post things on the internet, and there are still people out there who really do like this guy and defend him for whatever reason. Like, I don't know how you can defend this guy after what he's done. But yeah, I hope TikTok takes down this account. I doubt they will, because it's TikTok, but only time will tell. And one last thing I wanted to talk about before I end the video is that I'm gonna say it again. I wish YouTube was better when it came to things like this, or honestly any problem you'll have on their website where you need help. Like, why can't there be something that is streamlined into their website that isn't the live chat feature on Studio? Because that shit is garbage. Like, why do we have to go to Twitter and do @TeamYouTube to get help? Why do we have to go off the platform onto a different platform to get help about something that is on the platform, YouTube itself? Like, why can't we just have like a support system that is in YouTube? Like, I clearly don't understand why they do this, because it's like you have to have some sort of big Twitter with a whole bunch of people following you who can retweet your tweet at mentioning Team YouTube in order for Team YouTube to basically see it. Because if you don't have a huge Twitter, then what happened to me is going to happen to you when you talk about things like this, and you want to see change, and you want to see people like EDP who decide to come back to YouTube get re-terminated. Like, you're just gonna get a bot response, and then they'll tell you, oh, go flag it, when there's not even an option to flag it for ban evading. And then they'll give you like a support article that literally does not help you. Like, it's so bad, and they just don't care. Like, I hope someday they'll actually care so that creators can have an easier way to do this, because it's like, I knew about this channel that EDP made very shortly after he made it, and if there was a way to report this easier and get YouTube to see it faster, then he wouldn't even have had a chance to even try to come back. And I really do hope that as we go on into the future, YouTube will actually try to make their support system better. Now, I doubt they're really gonna do that, but we can only hope. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you thought this was a good video, you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button so that it gets promoted more in the algorithm so more people will see the video. If you're new to the channel and you like the video, make sure you subscribe, because I am trying to hit 15,000 subscribers. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section down below. My name is Breone, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.